Hi, my name's Jamie Schmidt. I'm a DBT coach from Houston, Texas, and I am super excited for you to begin your skills journey today. I'm a huge believer in the skills because they've been a part of my life for almost a decade. I rely on them on a daily basis, and I know they work. I've seen them change a lot of lives. I began my DBT journey in 2013 while I was finishing up my LPC licensure. I got the opportunity to work at a group adherent DBT practice for almost 5 years. And so that is the basis for all my DBT knowledge and skills that I got to hear all these amazing seasoned clinicians talk about how they conceptualize cases and how they incorporate techniques and skills and all that. And so I have a really strong foundation in clinical DBT. However, at the 5-year mark, I was also hitting burnout. Healthcare is not my jam, and transitioning to coaching has been much more in alignment for who I am and how I want to interact with my clients. Marsha Linehan originally wrote DBT as a treatment for borderline personality disorder in the early 90s. There is more to adherent DBT than just the skills that we will cover in this. Adherent DBT actually has 4 components to it. The skills are 1. So that being said, if you have a diagnosis of BPD, are actively suicidal or self-harming, the skills will be helpful, and the dialectic, you also should be under the clinical care of a therapist. And so I know a lot of people don't have access to DBT because of locale or transportation. These absolutely can be a great adjunct to the work you're doing, but at that level of care, you absolutely need a clinician on your team. So just a little caveat there. The skills work as an algorithm almost, a layer of if-thens that we program into our brain to help us deal with situations in a more effective way than we have been accustomed to. If this situation comes up, then I know that I can pull from this set of skills from this module. It's really simple and really straightforward. And most of DBT is not rocket science. But the caveat is, it seems so simple that we read it and we think we've got it. That's not it. DBT is a practice. We read it and we take it into our life. And so it's not enough to know the skills intellectually. We want to be able to actually use the skills when the situations come up that calls for them. That means we need to practice. We need to incorporate DBT into our everyday, not just I'm going to sit down in front of the computer and read and watch this module. I would encourage you to not zoom through the information, to take it one module and one video at a day, and to really take some time to absorb it. Each lesson will have journal questions associated with it. Obviously, this isn't a homework where you turn in your assignments type of course. That being said, you're absolutely going to get more out of it if you take the time, meditate, and write a little on those questions. They're designed to help you. The course has 6 modules, the 4 traditional DBT modules: mindfulness, emotion regulation, distress tolerance, and interpersonal effectiveness, along with an orienting module at the beginning that shares some of the kind of foundational beliefs we agree to in DBT, and then a final module at the end that deals with a little bit of behaviors and things like shaping, rewards, and punishment, because the B in DBT stands for behavior therapy. So it is a cognitive behavior approach that we work on changing some of the go-to thought processes in our head that aren't helpful, as well as changing the actions that we take in our day-to-day life. I've been on this DBT journey for almost a decade, and I have seen my mindfulness hit a whole new level this summer. And so I don't want you to think of DBT as something you're going to come in and master. It's something that will be a part of your journey moving forward. And the more you incorporate it into your life, the more results you will see. We're all on our own journey, and you get to decide how invested you are in this process. I personally am a neurodivergent individual, and so a lot of the skew on how I teach it will focus on that neurodivergent, the way we access skills and just the kind of the life hacks that have been most helpful to me in framing DBT to my brain. So I'll share a little bit about my journey along the way. I also am a yoga teacher, so you'll get a little bit of that combined in with this, and just all the perspectives I have garnered on my own journey. DBT is a tool in our toolkit, right? It's a big tool, it's a set of tools, but it's not the only one that has been part of my journey. And I think that's an important caveat, is that for those of us who struggle big, like, we keep collecting tools until we can get to a life worth living. And DVT can help us, but it may not be the only tool. I do offer individual coaching sessions, so if you would like to have somebody to work with in depth while you're doing this process, reach out. You're more than welcome to book a session and see if you'd like to work with me. And you have access to me via email in the Thinkific. So if you have any questions about lessons or modules, or you want to go over a homework sheet that you filled out, reach out and let's do it. I want you to get as much as you absolutely can from this program, because I'm giving it the absolute best of me. So I hope you enjoy, I hope you find it valuable, and I hope you change your life for the better. I'll see you on the other side.